On March 11th, Joe Biden signed the American Rescue Plan, a $1.9 trillion COVID relief bill that will deliver relief to millions of families, businesses, schools, state and local governments, and make good on a number of Biden's campaign promises. So here is a breakdown of what is in it.
President Biden about to sign into law the COVID relief bill.
Millions of struggling Americans will soon be getting help.
$1,400 direct payments to millions of Americans
are going to be hitting some Americans' bank accounts as early as this weekend.
The most discussed part of the bill is the $1,400 checks. These checks will be sent out to all eligible adults and dependents, including children and adult dependents like college students and people with disabilities. So for example, a family of 2 parents and 2 children will get $5,600. Any individual making below $75,000 a year or couples making below $150,000 a year will get the full $1,400 checks. It will then quickly phase out, and any individual making above $80,000 a year or couples making above $160,000 a year will get no checks. The income levels are based on your 2019 tax returns or your 2020 tax returns if you have filed them already. These $1,400 checks, along with the $600 passed in December, will add up to $2,000 like Biden promised, though some feel misled by the fact that these checks will come months apart. The bill also extends the weekly $300 unemployment benefits through September 6th, which would otherwise have expired on March 14th. It will also exempt the first $10,000 in unemployment benefits from federal income tax. Another big part of this bill is the expansion of the child tax credit. The child tax credit is a set amount of money you can deduct from your final tax bill for each child you have. Before, it was $2,000 per child age 16 or younger, but the bill will increase that to $3,600 for children age 5 or younger and to $3,000 for children age 6 to 17. It will also make the credit fully refundable and remove the minimum income requirement, so it will be given to the lowest income parents. According to one study, this tax credit will nearly cut child poverty in half, though it could be a challenge to get benefits to all eligible parents. The relief bill will also increase the earned income tax credit, which, like the child tax credit, reduces your final tax bill. The tax credit will be expanded from $550 to $1,500 for adults without children. It will also increase the maximum income cap from $16,000 to $21,000 a year. Before, the earned income tax credit was only available to people between 25 and 64 years old, but now everyone ages 19 and above will be eligible. The bill will give $130 billion to help K-12 schools safely reopen. This money will be used to repair ventilation systems, reduce class sizes, implement social distancing guidelines, buy protective gear like masks and hand sanitizer, and hire extra support staff. Another $40 billion will go to colleges and universities, and at least half of the money must be used to prevent hunger, homelessness, and other hardships that students are facing as a result of the pandemic. $39 billion will be given to childcare services, who must provide financial relief to families to cover childcare tuition and prioritize relief for families struggling to pay. State and local governments will get $350 billion to make up for budget shortfalls and to combat COVID. The 50 states and DC will split $195 billion. Cities and counties will get $120 billion, tribal governments will get $20 billion, and territories will get $4.5 billion. $10 billion will go to infrastructure projects, and lastly $500 million will go to other minor policies. A new grant program for restaurants and bars will get $28.6 billion, and each individual business will be eligible for up to $5 million to cover payroll and other expenses. $15 billion will be given to the Small Business Administration for long-term, low-interest loans, prioritizing severely impacted small businesses with fewer than 10 employees. An additional $7 billion will be given to the Paycheck Protection Program. $25 billion will go to emergency rental assistance, and $5 billion will go to helping people at risk of experiencing homelessness, while $10 billion will go to mortgage assistance. The bill will also boost food stamp benefits by 15% through September. $7.5 billion will go to the CDC to prepare, promote, distribute, administer, monitor, and track COVID-19 vaccines. $5 billion goes to research and development into vaccines. $1.1 billion will cover vaccines for Medicaid recipients and other vaccine-related spending, adding up to a total of $17 billion. In terms of testing, the bill will allocate $48 billion to test and trace COVID-19. $1.7 billion will go to things like finding coronavirus variants. $7.6 billion will go to community health centers. $13.5 billion will go to the Department of Veterans Affairs. $7.6 billion will go to hiring 100,000 employees into the public health workforce, and other funds will be given to help respond to the pandemic. The bill will also make health insurance more affordable. The premium tax credit is, in very simple terms, what percentage of your income you can pay for health insurance premiums. The bill lowers premiums for everyone. It makes them free for people making under 150% of the federal poverty line, and ensures that no one pays more than 8.5% of their income towards premiums. Here is the maximum percentage of your income you could pay for premiums before, and here it is after. The bill will also allow all workers who have been laid off to stay on their employer-sponsored health insurance without having to pay premiums through September. In general, polling finds that a majority of Americans support this bill, with 3 different polls putting support at 76%, 62%, and 68% respectively. When looking at Republican support, the polls differ a lot, putting it at 60%, 33%, and 37% respectively. Despite this, no Republicans in the House or the Senate voted in favor of the bill. So what do you think? Was this bill a good or bad idea?